Well, always good to shine the light in the darkness, and again a very deadly serial killer virus in Dis, Norfolk, UK, all delivered by Dis Post Office, Royal Mail, Postie Assassins, Vigilantes, Postie Mayor, big super spreader carriers, only have infected everyone, apart from me, but no Black Panther, Sandringham serial killer. Clockwork Orange, Norwich train station, mountain bike rapist, child 44. Black Wizard terrorist, issue, I really don't think so. Prince of Darkness, ET hybrid host, Red Dragons, their high royal blue crime. New Year's Day find, September blue murder, certainly not mine. Dismason Council, White Lodge, the local mafias, the local mob. All their cronies, spies and informers. Can see Dis Skelton Road Assassins for details. Can see Miss Potter Lemon and Co. All full of mad monster lies and bogus diagnosis, death threats in Dis, Norfolk, UK. And that is interesting. Again, one big assassin in Dis riding round in a black Ford Focus. Can see Paul and Sarah, Dis Waterfront Inn. Dis Saracen's Head, Dis Greyhound, everyone's drunk from that poison chalice. And that is interesting. Again, they will pay to make you disappear or to cover up high crimes, royal blue murder, certainly not mine. Dead men don't talk, see Jeffrey Epstein for details. And since the Epstein files are all coming out, I am getting comments from people who had plenty to say about me and what I had to say, and now saying, Johnny, we understand where you're coming from now. And again, not me leaving the body of a 17-year-old sex trafficked gal on the Royal Sandringham estate, Kellenfields, late Prince Philip's favourite hunter now. That is a silver Mondeo over there. Steve Wright, just been sentenced for the murder of Victoria Hall. Dating back to 1999, a 17-year-old girl who was murdered, found naked in a ditch. So Norfolk Coopers, Coppers, Dismason Council, White Lodge, the local mafia, the local mob, certainly will pay to make you disappear or to cover up high crimes, royal blue murders, certainly not mine. And in the Epstein files, there is talk of another young girl who was murdered, but this time as Prince Andrew Epstein, Frogmore Cottage. And obviously the girl who Prince Andrew abused originally, the 17-year-old girl, she is no longer with us. Some people do suspect foul play. So no Red Car Michael Dunn, Michael Sands, Sutcliffe Steve Wright, Wayne Cousins, Brady Huntley, Fred West, Black Panther, Sandringham serial killer here. And Steve Wright, Ipswich, 22 miles from here, 5 girls murdered in 10 days. May have been involved in the Ringland murders in Norwich, also 22 miles from here. So Prince of Darkness, ET hybrid host, Red Dragons, their high royal blue crime, New Year's Day find, September blue murder, certainly not mine, is also coming out in the Epstein files, human hunting, feasting, blood drinking, harvesting adrenochrome, human hunting parties, castles, manor houses, UK's Devil Island, country estates. Again, you can Google the Rains list or look up the Rains list on YouTube. As disclosed in the Rains list, how they wear claws to claw their victims, human hunting parties. So plenty of high crimes, Jack the Ripper crimes, and certainly not mine. So as always, certainly not me leaving the body of a 17-year-old sex trafficked girl on the Royal Sandringham estate, Kellenfields, late Prince Philip's favourite hunter now. See Prince Harry the Spare for details. The word that came off the Royal Sandringham estate, Kellenfields, loud and clear. And another big story at the moment in the news is Lucy Letby. A lot of people believe that the management and doctors and their bogus expert set Lucy Letby up as the serial killer nurse to cover their backs, medical malpractice, and the appalling conditions at the hospital. Medical negligence, so they used Lucy Letby and set her up as the serial killer nurse to cover all their backs, made her the scapegoat. So they certainly used and set me up, framed and fixed me, used me as the spare and the fall guy. Scapegoat, but no Roy White and White Van Man, Christian B, Sandringham serial killer. Black Wizard terrorist issue, I really don't think so. No Red Car Michael Dunn, Michael Sands, Sutcliffe Steve Wright, Wayne Cousins, Brady Huntley, Fred West, Black Panther, serial killer here, Africa, Dis, Norwich and Sandringham. In a 22-year catch-22, complete abuse of power, position, authority and influence in public office. And that is always a very tough call when there's people all in positions of power, authority and influence, and they're the ones setting you up with the biggest monster lies and the biggest bogus diagnosis. 7 monster lies, 7 bogus diagnoses, again in their precision engineered black box serial killer frame fix assassination, not even Harry Houdini could escape from. More bogus diagnosis than on Jack the Ripper, who apparently they've now identified using new DNA technology by Rich Boys Love Pie, Human Hunting Pie, their high royal blue crime, blue murder. Certainly not mine. And cruise on my frame fixed tile in Dis, Norwich, Safewild, North Norfolk Coast, Derbyshire and the Lake District. And that is a good film, The Final Girl, Rich Boys Hunting Young Girls for Blood Sport, Castles, Manor Houses, UK Stevel Island, Country Estates. So, Simon Bailey done crying, his blonde host plainclothes lover, not true detective. Norfolk Bacon SS, Windsor Gestapos, the local Nazis. Dis Mason Council, White Lodge, the local mafias, the local mob. NC number 10, Keir Starmer and the Labour loonies. So they certainly will pay to make you disappear. Scotland Yard. Could have seen the Druid May Queen. Could have seen Dickhead and Co at Scotland Yard. Though Cressor Dick did get the sack, did get dicked off. And you could have seen Marge Jezebel, Cruella de Vil, Lissy the Lizard, now depart. Certainly can see King Charles, Count Dracula, Camilla the Omen Nanny for details. I just come across a video where they've reconstructed the face of a 400-year-old vampire, so plenty of hosts for the hungry, bloodthirsty beasts in high places, no hosts for the beast here. King Charles, Count Dracula, is meant to be related to Vlad the Impaler. Transylvania. So plenty of silver bullets in Dis, Norfolk, UK. No sombre, autonomy of a crime, no woolly hat. Serial killer here, Africa, Dis, Norwich and Sandringham, really don't think so. So they'll set you up to get you boxed up, locked up or done in, disappeared one way or another. But that's all to cover up their high crimes, royal blue murder, frames and fixer switches, monster lies and bogus diagnosis, certainly not mine. And all online for the world to see free. The truth versus a big monster lie. I have the truth. Guess who has the big monster lie they want everyone to believe is true, but never the case. 39 on all accounts. Again, Prince of Darkness, ET Hybrid Host, Red Dragons, Their High Royal Blue Crime, Case 39, Dr. Sleep, Jack the Ripper Crime. Certainly not mine. No, here's Johnny here, one big black axe hatchet job. Saw trap in this Norfolk, UK. They will make more than your social media accounts disappear. 16 Facebook accounts burned down for exposing the truth, and I'm totally getting jammed and blocked on Facebook. Complicit in high crimes, covering up high crimes, royal blue murder. 7 YouTube channels also burned down. I had no strikes, though 2 have come back online recently, mysteriously. One that was burned down 4 years ago and one that was burned down 3 years ago. 27 TikTok accounts also burned down. 66.8 million views on TikTok. 27 TikTok accounts burned down for exposing the truth. A high royal blue crime, New Year's Day fine, September blue murder, and certainly not mine. So never a bad thing to shine the light in the darkness. No Black Panther, Sandringham serial killer here. Clockwork Orange, Norwich train station, mountain bike rapist. As always, I was on a woman's black Dutchy bike, not a mountain bike, but all mixed into the black shroud of Sandringham just to set me up further. No Black Wizard terrorist, this shoe, I really don't think so. This Mason Council. White Lodge, the local mafia, the local mob, all their cronies, spies and informers. Christian B, just been released from prison in Germany, also involved in the Madeleine McCann case. It's been going on for over 20 years now. Roy Whiten, the white van man, he was beaten and stabbed up in prison recently, abducted a young girl, Sarah Payne, abused and murdered her. And that be the problem in Norfolk, in this Norfolk, UK. Monster lies certainly will get you beaten, stabbed, shot, set on fire. Some people do like to play games, have their fun, see if they can set you up to get you done in or boxed up, locked up, throw away the key. All to cover up their high crimes, royal blue murder. Frames and fixes switches, monster lies and bogus diagnosis. Certainly not mine. And again, no Roy White and White Van Man, Christian B, Sandringham serial killer, Black Wizard terrorist, this shoe, I really don't think so. You can see disables taxis, you do get free monster lies with every fare. And that is all they really do have in this Norfolk, UK, is sip, 0, silch, nil, a whole lot of nothing. One big monster con, one big monster bluff, monster gaff, epic fail. Can see Discull and Road Assassins for details. They do not have a royal flush, they've got 4 jokers. One big monster gaff, epic fail. This Mason Council, White Lodge, the local mafia, the local mob, all their cronies, spies and informers. Again, pushing all their mad monster lies, bogus diagnosis and death threats in this Norfolk, UK. Norfolk Bacon SS, Windsor Gestapos, the local Nazis, Norfolk Cubas, Cobbers. So sometimes innocent men do have to run, fly, go, disappear, follow your golden compass before you do get boxed up, locked up or done in. And again, Prince of Darkness, ET hybrid hosts, Red Dragons. And a very deadly serial killer virus in this Norfolk, UK, all delivered by this post office. Royal Mail, Postie Assassins, Vigilantes, Postie Mail. They are the big super spreader carriers, and they certainly have infected everyone apart from me, but no Black Panther. Serial killer here, Africa, Dis, Norwich and Sandringham. And that's a Picasso there. It's always good to add a little bit more to your online Picasso. Very unique, standalone story. So not me leaving the body of a 17-year-old sex trafficked gal on the Royal Sandringham estate, Killenfields, late Prince Philip's favourite hunting area. Again, monster lies, certainly will get you beaten, stabbed, shot, so on fire. There was a man who was hacked to death on his mobility scooter in Hackney, London. Did also happen to the disabled Iranian man in Bristol, who they falsely set up as a paedophile, beat him, stamped on his head, poured white spirit over him and set him on fire. And the guy was innocent, wasn't a paedophile at all, just a big monster lie started by a few people. So, plenty of high crimes, Jack the Ripper crimes, castles, manor houses, UK's Devil Island, country estates, certainly not mine. See Prince Harry the Spare for details. Word that came off the Royal Sandringham estate, Killenfields, loud and clear. So Steve Wright just got 40 years for an attempted kidnap and the murder of Victoria Hall. 17-year-old girl, dating back to 1999, he was murdered, found naked in a ditch. So all in the bag in this Norfolk, UK, 7 monster lies, 7 bogus diagnoses. Again in their precision engineered black box serial killer frame fix assassination. But that's the name of the game. Set you up as a Red Carmichael Dunn, Michael Sands, Roy White and White Van Man, Christian B. To get you done in or boxed up, locked up, throw away the key, or to cover up high crimes, royal blue murder, certainly not mine. And again, no Brady and Hindley, Huntley and Carr, no Fred and Rosemary West, no Bonnie and Clyde, Jekyll and Hyde, Black Panther, Sandringham serial killer here, really don't think so. So one big monster con, one big monster bluff in this Norfolk, UK. So never a bad thing to mock the opposition. Again, all full of mad monster lies, bogus diagnoses and death threats in this Norfolk, UK. This Mason Council, White Lodge, the local mafias, the local mob. Norfolk Coppers, Norfolk Bacon SS, Windsor Gestapo, it's the local Nazis, Simon Bailey don't cry and his blonde host, plainclothes lover, not true detective. Could have seen Inspector Numbnuts Bunnan, Mr. Fixer, liar, liar, pants on fire. No longer with us. 2 blatant lies from a police inspector, far bigger than Plebgate. You certainly can see this Scullen Road assassins. And that is Kate there, she's just out and about, getting some more monster lies, bogus diagnosis. All to cover up their high royal blue crime, case 39, Dr. Sleep, Jack the Ripper crime, and certainly not mine. So, all in the bag in this Norfolk, UK. So like I say, certainly not me leaving the body of a 17-year-old sex trafficked gal, Royal Sandringham estate, Killenfields, late Prince Philip's favourite hunting area. This Mason Council, White Lodge, the local mafias, the local mob. No Red Carmichael Dunn, Michael Sands, Sutcliffe Steve Wright, Wayne Cousins, Brady Huntley, Fred West. Black Panther, serial killer here, Africa, Dis, Norwich and Sandringham. No Roy White and White Van Man, Christian B, Sandringham serial killer. Again, you can see DC3, Hope Church now, all full of mad monster lies, and no black wizard here in a Volvo estate. Very good film, pledged Jack Nicholson, giant of a man, riding round in a black Volvo estate called The Wizard, abducting children and young girls. And I did used to have a good old grey Volvo estate, 960, 6'6" in the back with the Seats down, all curtained out, whilst my home on wheels, but just become too marked to drive. I didn't fancy becoming a Volvo Estate Barbecue, cruise on my frame fixed tire. Another Volvo there, if you're asleep in the back of a Volvo 960 and a crew roll up on you, you're not going to get out of that car anytime soon. You are at such a disadvantage. So one big warring disc you certainly can take, a very big here. And again, some people do like to play games, have their fun, see if they can set you up to get you done in or boxed up, locked up, throw away the key, but all to cover up high crimes, royal blue murder, frames and fixes switches, monster lies and bogus diagnosis, certainly not mine. And that's that silver Mondeo. So, Steve Wright, Ipswich, again 22 miles from here, 5 girls murdered in 10 days, riding round in a blue Mondeo. May have been involved in the Ringland murders in Norwich also, 22 miles from here. Has just been sentenced for the murder of Victoria Hall, dating back to 1999, 17-year-old girl who was murdered, found naked in a ditch. So, 17-year-old girl, Royal Sandringham Estate, Killenfields, late Prince Philip's favourite hunting area. Their high royal blue crime, New Year's Day fine, September blue murder. Certainly not mine. See Prince Harry the Spare for details. No Sutcliffe, Steve Wright. Again, no red car, Michael Dunn, Michael Sands, Sutcliffe, Steve Wright, Wayne Cousins, Brady Huntley. Fred West, Black Panther, Sandringham serial killer, no Black Cat, Copycat. Black Cat Burston, son of Sam. You certainly can see my ex-wife, Shay Fraternal, Fire and Burston, Big Police Council. Doctor Who collaboration, Inspector Numbnuts Bunnan, Mr. Fix-It, Liar Liar, Pants on Fire, again no longer with us. And their precision engineered black box, serial killer, frame fix assassination. And it is always those who are closest to you are the ones setting you up. You never have to look too far. The apples never fall too far from the tree. Not everyone in your circle is your friend. So again, no Black Panther, serial killer here, Africa, Dis, Norwich and Sandringham. And as the Lord Jesus Christ Joshua tells us, man's enemies will be those of his own household. So again, it's always those closest to you are the ones setting you up. And one big assassin in this, again riding around in a black Ford Focus. So you can see this waterfront in, Paul and Sarah. And no black wizard here in a Volvo Estate. Everyone's drunk from that poison chalice. So, certainly is the one. Anyhow, God bless, take care.